be right back.
We're on the march. The Empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
When you're out on the road, the last place you want to be is on the road. But if the unfortunate happens, you'll be glad you were wearing diamond gussets.
There's a place down in Tennessee where they make blue diamond gusset jeans. They so pride in every stitch, guarantee you love the way they fit. They put a diamond gusset in the crotch where you need it most. Blue diamond gussets got it, others don't.
We turn jeans inside out. Diamond gusset jeans. Made in the USA with unparalleled quality. Our Defender motorcycle jeans combine gusset comfort with Kevlar protection, so you can ride all day with confidence. Order yours at gusset.com. Diamond gusset jeans got it. Others don't.
This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now, new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365. Hello, friends. This is Alex Jones. You've heard me talk about Cal-Ben 5-star soaps for years. This is an American-made product of the highest quality and compares to nothing you will find in stores. You can buy factory direct, shipped via UPS right to your door. Check them out on the web at 5starsoap.com or call 800-340-7091. Take my word for it. Once you've used Pure Soap, you won't buy anything else. Since 1947, Cal-Ben Soap Company has been showing consumers that soap can be tough on dirt and gentle on the environment. Buy American and stay clean, as well as support InfoWars. Visit 5starsoap.com today or call 1-800-340-7091. Well, Marty, what do you have to say?
As founder and owner for over 63 years, satisfaction is guaranteed or double your dirt back. Call us at 1-800-340-7091 for a free catalog or visit our website, 5starsoap.com. Thank you.
The Genesis Communications Radio Network proudly presents The Alex Jones Show, because there's a war on for your mind.
Okay, I'm going to continue with your phone calls in a moment. Then when I start the second hour, I'm going to spend about 30 minutes on news. Then G. Edward Griffin's going to join us on the fact that Ron Paul wants to not just audit the Federal Reserve, but audit Fort Knox and other gold depositories. This is a very dangerous, bold move. This could bring the globalists down. I mean, how are they going to get on the news and say, you're not allowed to look at the gold? No. No. Extremist. No one. Congress is not allowed to audit the gold. You just trust us private banks with it. We all, of course, know they've already stolen it. They won't allow that because they're total mafia crooks, and they get away with anything. In 1913, the Federal Reserve took the nation's finances over. Since then, in the last 97 years, they've been expanding their stranglehold. And in 1933, Roosevelt got up on the radio and said, look, you turn your gold in, we're going to give you paper. And then they gave it to the private banks, and they swindled it. Then they took even more gold from the citizens and put it in these gold depositories. And then they stole that. They're a pack of criminals. You think they just stole $28 trillion and that was the first time they'd stolen something with derivatives and the Glass-Steagall being overturned? In their new Federal Reserve Act that they just passed, they got power over the entire economy, and no one can criminally investigate them. Now, you can claim you're God and have somebody pass a law saying that. It doesn't make you God. These guys have revealed who they are. We're going to defeat them. So that's coming up, and I want to continue with your phone calls. But before we go any further here, I want to tell you about a new sponsor. Very excited to tell you about this new sponsor, a well-known company in the preparedness field. It's Safe Castle, LLC. You can check them out at www.prepared.pro. That's prepared.pro. prepared.pro. You can also get to their store at prisonplanet.com, where you can see their ad on the right-hand side of the page. These folks have been in the business for almost 10 years. They are fond of saying that they are in the business of selling steel-plated peace of mind. They basically can sell you armored areas for your house. They got a whole bunch of great stuff. Check it out. They sell everything you need to be more prepared for what's coming down the road, survival gear, supplies, and even steel-plated underground shelters and safe rooms. Tell them that I sent you. It's prepared.pro for professional crisis preparedness assistance. Of course, the government's all armed to the teeth and hardening themselves against us. Then they say you're a kook if you tried to be prepared for you and your family. They say don't have any storable food, don't have any guns, just drink lithium-laced Prozac water and worship government and watch 10 hours of TV a day and take mercury-filled shots, and convulsions are good and brain damage is good and cancer at 15 is good and IQ's plummeting by upwards of 20 points in the U.S. is good, and it's all wonderful. Speaking of preparedness, efoodsdirect.com. You'll never stand on a bread line if you own your own bread. They're wonderful folks. And for the next month, they are running the special where you buy 3, get 1 free of all their different great food lines, all grown here in the United States except for their bananas, because those won't really grow here. It's all super high quality, super good prices. And food prices are going up, so this is the last time they're going to be able to offer this before prices go up. So efoodsdirect.com or 800-409-5633, 800-409-5633. And again, it's efoodsdirect.com. Check them out today and get prepared for all the uncertainty that is expanding here in the United States and worldwide. Okay. I'm going to go to your calls quickly now, and I want to get quick comments from each person and move forward. The toll-free number to join us is 800-259-9231. Steve in Illinois, you're on the air.
Hello. As the late, great Tip O'Neill quipped, all politics are local. And for anybody to think that we can vote these bums out, that allows these corporations to author all this legislation, and they sit on their hands for the people's business, has got their head in the sand. There's no electronic voting record. You don't know who you voted for. Like I say, they're absolutely in control.
And when Houston got caught engaged in fraud, they just firebombed the giant facility with all the voting machines and ballots and records, and that's just how it works. That's how the mafia rolls.
That's right. And see, so these boys are all local, like he said. They have satellite offices in each district where they originate from. And people need to go down to these offices and have a protest, peaceful protest, 2 to 3 persons at a time. We have 5 here in my district.
But see, instead, everybody's going to get into the pageant of Obama, who's going to save us and have 60% voter turnout, or the pageant of the little beauty queen up there flashing her cleavage at everyone, Sarah Palin wearing leather dominatrix outfits, and they'll all obsess over it, and oh, there'll be a big battle, and then we'll have 8% turnout locally, and the mafia will still control things. Or we could take our states, our sheriffs, our counties back, and we could route them town by town, just like it was Iwo Jima, taking every square inch of that rock. We're going to have to route them out at point-blank range. You're absolutely right, going to all their town halls, all their meetings. But Republicans were being booed a year ago, a year and a half ago by the Tea Party everywhere. Ron Paul, true constitutionalist. So the left came out and said, oh, my gosh, it's right-wingers that run it. They're only protesting Democrats, to work with the Republicans in the hoax that all opposition is Republican. So the Tea Party Express and Dick Armey and Sarah Bam Bam Palin and Glenn Cokehead Beck, and all of them could come rushing in to run their operation and now lead the opposition right into a rat hole, just like Obama did, and the suckers are going to love it. All these old Republicans are going to sit there licking their lips, looking at Sarah Palin in her little hooker boots and her little hooker outfits, just drooling over her, and they love slavery, and they're going to lose everything they got, and they're going to love it. And they're going to love the new wars the Republicans launch, and they're going to love it. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, I will finish up in closing and say we are at an absolute economic standstill in this country. And if 3 to 4 weeks, I don't know if we're going to have a country left saving, Alex.
Doesn't matter. Sarah Palin's in Iowa. She's going to save us. Henry Kissinger completely controls her. She's wonderful. She's going to save us.
Yes. And
have you seen her? She wears dominatrix outfits. They like her. It's over.
I can't see her very long because that screeching voice of hers drives me up the wall. So how they're running her, I have no idea. But Alex, I thank you for the time. But people, get out of your houses because you ain't going to have a house left if you don't. Thank you.
God bless you. Great points, Steve. And what he said is completely central to everything. If you don't wake up that they control the Republicans and Democrats at the highest levels, it's over. Okay? The Republicans have better rhetoric. At least until the last few years. You know, suddenly we saw the Republican leadership get behind cap and trade until patriots exposed it. Now they're kind of on the fence. And you see them expanding government, expanding wars. I mean, we're going bankrupt. You could take all the welfare checks away from the welfare queens, and that wouldn't put a dent, even a nick, in how in debt we are with the $2 trillion a year in defense spending. It's $1 trillion, $100 billion on budget, another $800 billion or so in supplemental, and then another $800 billion or so in black ops that we know about, in intelligence funding. So what's 1.9 trillion and 800 trillion, 2.7 trillion, excuse me. 2.7 trill a year. And every time I read articles, it's the Pentagon says they may have to preemptively strike the internet to protect the web and preemptive attacks to defend America. Defend America? These are globalists that run our military. Have you figured that out yet, that they want to end this country? And that they got the average person in the military going along with all this, thinking they're fighting for the red, white, and blue. And while you're at football games crying when they run up the American flag and the fat lady sings the national anthem, that what America really is, the Bill of Rights and Constitution and the free market, had its throat slit a long time ago and bled out down the road. It's a dead corpse down the road with maggots coming out of it. I'm sorry, I'm ranting. We can restore the Republic, but it isn't going to be restored by Fox News that told us how good it would be to get rid of Glass-Steagall and have derivatives, that told us how great the Federal Reserve was, that told us we shouldn't audit the Fed, that told us the banker bailout was good. O'Reilly, Beck, all of them. By the way, people are saying, well, Beck has apologized for being for the banker bailout. Oh, really? Every time I tune in, he's promoting a VAT tax on top of the income tax. And fair taxes. It's just going to be a new federal tax. They're not going to get rid of the other ones. I told you 12 years ago that was the Republican plan. I mean, if you think a new tax on top of other taxes, and if you think $2.7 trillion in defense spending is good, and you think the Republicans with George W. Bush trying to open the borders up, I mean, if you think all that's good, you think O'Reilly promoting global warming's good, and Newt Gingrich promoting it, and who's the head of the 700 Club? Pat Robertson telling you global warming's real? I mean, if you think these people are going to save you, well, then good. You might as well go lick Obama's boots. I had to sit here and tell all you idiot liberals that Obama was going to sit there and lie to you and going to hire lobbyists and continue banker bailouts and continue deindustrialization and continue all of this. And I read the health care bill written by the insurance companies, owned by the banks, to raise your taxes, make 30 million people get insurance, and then lower the standard of care, cut Medicaid and Medicare. And you said, shut up, Republican, and stuck your thumb in your mouth, part of the left-right paradigm. And now you're finding out you're not going to get care. Now you're finding out it doesn't cover pre-existing conditions. Now you're finding out there are death panels. And it's going to be the same thing with all you neocon supporters. The neocons have listened to my show, repackaged themselves as patriots. You don't think Fox News notices when PrisonPlanet.com and Infowars.com are bigger than Rush Limbaugh and Glenn Beck's sites combined? You don't think that doesn't scare them? And so they come along with their hundreds of